Welcome to Mystery Miner's Ghost Addiction. I'm your host, Sui. Today we are going to be talking about the story of Beijing Ghost Bus 375. So my spooky friends, sit back, relax, go grab a nice cup of tea, and let's get ready to get scared. The legend goes that during the cold night of the 14th November of 1995, Bus 375 pulled out of the Yuanmingyuan Terminal bus station. This was the last bus of the night, and its destination was Fragrant Hills. The cold, frigid wind grew stronger and stronger as the night passes on, and on board the bus there were the driver and a female co-driver. The bus first stopped at the south gate next to the famous Summer Palace, also known as Old Summer Palace. The location was the main imperial residence of Qinglong Empire of the Qin dynasty and his successor before it was abolished in 1860. 4 people boarded the bus from the south gate. An elderly woman, a young couple, and the boy stepped onto the bus, ready to get out of the frigid weather of the freezing November night. The bus driver greeted them warmly, and they continued on their journey until the next bus stop. The bus ride was quiet and peaceful for everyone. The only sound that could be heard was the sound of the engine. There were no other vehicles on the street. A few minutes passed by, and the driver noticed 3 shadows behind the side of the road, slowly waving at the bus. As the driver glanced more carefully at the shadows, he noticed that the 3 shadows are 3 men, although one of them seems very drunk, because one of them was being held by the other 2. The 2 men were supporting a 3rd man between them, holding him up by his shoulder. Nobody could see his face because his face was bent forward and his clothes were dirty and messy. The bus driver slapped the man onto the bus. Suddenly, the quiet bus is now filled with nervous chatter and glances because of how they look. The 3 men were dressed in traditional Chinese robes from the Qin dynasty. Their faces were so pale, you would think that there is no blood in them. The female co-driver calmed them down by saying that, "Don't be afraid. They're probably just adults in costume who are trying to get home." Everyone on the bus calmed down a bit. Well, not everyone, because the elderly woman kept glancing back with an anxious look every now and then. About a few stops later, the young people got off the bus. Now there were only the elderly woman, the boy, the driver, and the female co-driver, and the 3 strange men who sat all the way at the back. Not a few seconds passed by when the elderly woman started shouting. He started to accuse the young boy of stealing her purse. She kept yelling, "He took my money! He took my money!" The young boy was utterly confused. He tried to reason with her that he did not steal her purse at all. This didn't calm the elderly woman at all. She demanded the bus driver to stop so that she could take the young boy to the nearest police station to take him in. The young boy had no choice but to go with her, just for the sake of politeness. The bus driver drove off the elderly woman and the young boy. As soon as the bus took off, the elderly woman turned to the young boy and said, I just saved your life." The young boy, more confused than ever, asks the elderly woman to explain what she means by that. She explained to him that as soon as these three men stepped on the bus, she had extreme doubts about them, so she kept looking back at them. At one point, a wind blew through a window. The wind lifted their traditional long robes, and she saw this man had no legs at all, which led her to believe that these men were a ghost. The boy, puzzled, didn't know whether to believe in the elderly woman's explanations until the next day the truth came out. The next day, bus 375 failed to report back to its home station. It had vanished along with the driver and the female co-driver. The police searched the entire city but could find no trace of it. They questioned the old woman and the young boy, but they dismissed their story and decided that they were making all of this up. 2 days later, the police eventually found the missing bus. It was submerged in the Neon Reservoir, about 100 kilometers from Fragrant Hills. Inside the bus, they discovered 3 badly decomposed bodies: the bus driver, the female co-driver, and an unidentified man. Thank you for watching today's episode of Mystery Miners Ghost Edition. Make sure you catch us next week for another scary story on MI Radio.